Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus. Today we are going to be trying out a new team made by a friend of mine called Serge. So this is kind of a play on the Butcher's hit squad, but instead of having a bounty hunter, which is an awesome character with finisher potential and synergy with the Arbalist, we have an Abomination instead. And we lose our finisher potential, but we gain something else that is still pretty freaking cool. We gain the Abomination stuns and the Beast Spile and the Transformation Horror, and you know, just he's a good boy, right? The big doggy is a very good boy. We are going to be bringing the Wretch's Cloak and the Spike Chain on him, so the stuns will be very reliable in terms of accuracy and also pretty reliable in terms of stun chance. Not only that, the Beast Spell is going to be kind of a menace, and we're also going to be playing a lot of horror on tops in case we do actually want to transform and just go for it. Now, you're not really looking to do horror and stress on a team like this, but it's always a good thing to have, you know? It's always a good thing to have. It's like the cherry on top playing an Abomination. So I'm just going to go for a punish here because we're playing against a pretty defensive team. We do get a punish crit, but we do not get a bleed, because there is a Rancid Cure-All on this Man-at-Arms. I've been having a pretty rough time with Rancid Cure-All Man-at-Arms. Like, this is tanky, this is really chunky and difficult to deal with as well. There's going to be panic darts onto our Arbalist, so we're kind of on a timer here. We have to take out that Grave Robber eventually, and I think the best way of doing that is going to be through Sniper Shot and through Stun Pressure. But right now she has an extra 15 dodge, which means that could have failed, but at least we do take that stun. So you can see this is definitely a stun heavy team with the Crusader and the Sacred Blade stunning below and the Rite of Execution. This team does have some pretty gnarly advantages, which is the fact that you have a Flagellant, right, with the Reclaim, so you're pretty good against just about everything. And who did the Emboldening Vapors go on? The Shieldbreaker, really? She's just gonna be doing Impale, I think. Yeah, probably. They also have to take out the Plague Doctor because she has Plague Grenade. Yeah, but at least we can hit her with Riposte. Let's go for it. Yeah, let's go for it. I went for it because it's a higher hit chance. I think that was a good decision right there. Yeah, the Arbalist is gonna have to snuff because if you get pulled, you're gonna have a really bad time here. So we do not want that to happen, do we? No, we don't. I'm thinking of just dropping a V-Spell here before there's a Plague Grenade or anything else. Hopefully we apply some Blights too. Not on the Grave Robber, but we do apply it on the Man-at-Arms. And this is a very DOT heavy Mark team. Well, it's not even a Mark team anymore, there's no Bounty Hunter. But it's a very DOT heavy damage team, because you have Punishes, you have Hexagonates, and you have the Abomination's V-Spile with the Spike Chain. So it's a very interesting setup, I'm gonna say. It's gonna be another skill on my Crusader, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, there's even extra blight because of the Hemlock, so it's 7 per tick. That's brutal, that is brutal. I think I really have to take this Shieldbreaker out. I mean, I have to take out all the characters, they're kind of a menace, but not having Mark synergy makes actually taking out characters very, very difficult for us. I'm just gonna drop another punish to get another crit with it. This time we do apply the bleed. But we also apply it on ourselves, which is, you know, not too bad, because we can use the Redeem and Exsanguinate earlier. And actually, fun fact, if you do get a crit on the enemy's side, you will bleed yourself for extra, and oh, yeah, right, Plague Doctor things. Of course she used Battlefield Medicine. I should have guessed she was gonna do that. I'm thinking of going for another Sniper Shot here. Yeah, that's a Death Star. So at least that's some pressure on the PD. It's not like I have a finisher just ready to go, just ready to oof her immediately. But at least with her Death Star I can start rolling for those Death Star checks. So yeah, interesting team that we have here, I'm gonna say. Flashpoint, of course, Content of Absolution, because, I mean, you'd have to be stupid not to run it on him. And, oh, that's Riposte. I don't think healing is the play. I'm gonna go for the stun anyway. And we don't get it because we have the Rite of Execution. Oh well, I just tried to copy the team, like, by heart, you know, just every little Trinket setup. I'd prefer having the Brass Knuckles here, just for the extra stun chance. I think that would have been great. I'm gonna go for a 25% chance death right now. Maybe we get it if we're lucky, but nah. Looks like today is just not our day for the unfair 25% chance death blows. Of course, the riposte didn't really hurt us that much. I mean, you don't really have to care about it if it's only a Man-at-Arms riposte and there isn't a shield spike. Especially since we have a little bit of protection. Like, it could crit for, I don't know, like 12 max. Who cares about that? It's gonna be a pick to the face right now. I'm still out of this door, but if I do go for the hit on the riposte, it'll drop to this door. Yeah, it does do damage, so that is a fact. I could be dropping another respell here, but that will be just sulking into the riposte again. Can I afford that? For the bile there, should I go for a stun? I'm gonna drop another stun just to keep this grave robber in check. I mean, I do 9 damage because of the spike chain, right? The damage values on this Abomination are like very unstable with the spike chain and the manacles. Like, it has a minus 60 damage mod, but he has a lot of base damage. He has 917, and this gives him another 20. So 5 to 9 is pretty good. And that's not even counting the damage buff from transformation, because that does indeed work for the manacles. Very interesting to see Pierce reaching position 4. That's totally fair and balanced, right? I think we can all agree on that. I'm gonna drop a claim on someone, maybe. I think just going for a punish now is even better, because I can hurt myself on it. Or or maybe I could, but I guess not. Seriously. Wow. He missed the riposte, yeah. Against 0 dodge flagellant. Goddamn man at arms. Yeah, it's 85 base accuracy. If you had any doubts about it, then now you know. Now you know for certain. Could go for a stun here, and I will, but it's gonna be on the Shieldbreaker. Yeah, you shouldn't have let go of the guard. So the thing about playing Shieldbreaker with no dodge trinkets is that, of course, well, you have no dodge trinkets. And even though she could have Serpent Sway, she doesn't even have Sway. She becomes very, very targetable, and obviously that's quite bad for you. So I'm gonna be dropping close to this sword, but not quite. I'm just gonna drop an immediate beast spell before there's any more plague grenades, and hopefully get some blights. Yes, that's double blights. It's really good value. Yeah. So the thing about beast spell is that with such a good ability, if you can make it work, like, I really like it. As long as the enemy team like isn't just in your face like every single round and like rolling for death blows every single round. In a more prolonged match, kind of like this one, beast spell is just brutal. Because the amount of blight it applies is really nice, the amount of stress it applies can come in handy, and it gives you a riposte on top. Like, this ability would be good if it didn't have a riposte, but having a riposte is really good too. So I'm gonna go for a punish first, hopefully trying to get an affliction here, or I could go for a punish here. Yeah, it's gonna be even better. I'm gonna drop a punish on the Shieldbreaker. We are not getting any bleeds. So I am convinced, if you did watch the tournament from this this Sunday, I am convinced that Spiked Bat is better picked than Crown of Thorns. I think you can take the risk with the minus 15 accuracy, just so you don't take more crush miss. Just so you don't take more. Why did you go crush if you have retribution? Okay, we don't talk about it. Yeah. I think it is okay, because if you are bleeding, you're going to take more damage from finales, which isn't all that great. It kind of negates the Gauntlet out of Absolution protection. And you can sacrifice the 15 accuracy for the Spiked Bat to actually have more bleed chance, and this would make these situations a lot better for me. So I am dropping to this sword here, so I'm just going to click, and I'm going to heal the Arbalest, which is going to heal her just enough that she doesn't have to heal immediately, so it's a pretty decent play for us, I'm going to have to say. Yeah, overall this team, the idea is good. You know, the idea of having the beast spell potential here, having the double stun as well as the flagellant, also a very tanky Arbalest, like, the idea is there. It's not a bad idea by any means, but I don't think it is superior to actually just having a bounty hunter, because this team really needs a bounty hunter. It needs that kill pressure, and I just don't have a lot of kill pressure, which sucks. It really does suck. I think another stun. No, I don't have stunners right now. I'm gonna go for a punish here. Yeah, let's do this. That's gonna drop you down to 0. Yeah, Crown of Thorns does give me that confirmed hit chance, so yeah, it is still a very good trinket. But Spiked Bat, that Spiked Bat, yeah, if you watch the tournament, you'll see the Spiked Bat was doing great. You're gonna impale into the riposte. Oh, you absolute madman. I am dropping to this store here, but I could go for an immediate beast spell, or I could go for a heal. I'm just gonna click and heal myself. I'm not forced to beast spell immediately, so I'm just gonna do that. Of course, the Plague Doctor only does 8 stress with each of those Plague Grenades, and there isn't really a lot of extra stress, so just healing myself here in the lane is great, because those blights are gonna go away, and my riposte isn't. I'm just gonna keep spamming this beast pile, and I'm gonna slowly but surely take this match. So, despite being successful here, I'm still complaining about this team, so what the hell are you talking about, Shep? Well, I think if I had a bounty hunter, I would have been able to just pull the Plague Doctor or mark the Grave Robber, done something like that. This Man-at-Arms would have been way less useful. I would have stunned him way more reliably if I did have the Brass Knuckles. I would have gotten a kill like round 2, maybe round 3 if I got a little bit unlucky and didn't get a crit somewhere. But yeah, this could have been a lot better than what it actually is. Is there a lunge? No, but there is extra accuracy and death on that. Yeah, let's just go for a heal on you. Maybe I roll for enough? No, sadly. Yeah, she's still dropping to this storm. Would have been fun if she wasn't, but okay. Yeah, you don't really want to delay a match with every team. Having a flashpoint here definitely helps with content, like you can play for the late game. But the Abomination is really here to just make the matches longer. And that's not really a good thing if you have the setup with Crusader Arbalest. So another Panic Darts, that is going to be an affliction. It's going to be just enough stress, even though she's at Death's Door. And they're going to go Masochistic when they're dropping to Death's Door too. Isn't that great? Alright, I could go for Death Bow here. I could go for Death Bow there too. You know what? I'm going to go for the 55. Let's see, Arbalest. Give me that snuff value. Miss. Almost missed. 91% chance. The miss on that is purely snuff, but you are forced to take it on a team like this. I mean, if you have to count on resisting a move, then you better bring snuff. If you bring Abomination in third, you have to be prepared for your character in position for getting pulled. And if you can give yourself snuff on an Arbalest or Musketeer, then that's going to be really good for you. So since you just went for a Pierce on my Crusader, that doesn't really do much. I'm just gonna go for a heal here and bring both my characters out of this storm. I don't mind that one bit. And of course, if you heal forever, if you're just healing, essentially you're gonna lose because of the stress, but when you have a Flagellant, eventually you're just gonna be able to drop a huge heal, and your opponent won't be able to keep up with that. Yeah, so that's not too shabby. So there's gonna be pick to the face here doing practically nothing. And I am actually dropping to this door here. I mean, not this door, I'm dropping to under 14 HP, so I can go for a redeem heal if I want. And you know what? I will go for a redeem heal. So I'm just gonna do this so I can stay out of this door and keep applying more pressure with the beast file. We have pretty much 4 characters at this door for my opponent, so that is very interesting to see. Yeah, this Rancid Cure-All didn't really save the Man-at-Arms. It's very helpful against bleeds, but against blights not so much. He has 5% base, so even with extra 40, he doesn't really have too much resistance. It's not like you're gonna resist Panic Darts. You're definitely not. Anti-Current with Materia Pestis still blights you like 75% of the time, which is pretty good. And with the Beast Smile, I still have pretty decent blight chance. Even without the Spike Chain, it's still 55 without it. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. You really need to get up to the 70% resistances if you do want to start resisting some stuff heavily. So there's going to be a crush right there, and once again, not too much of a concern. I can just click and go for a heal. I'm going to drop it on the Abomination. Hopefully I roll for more than 4, but I don't. So he is going to be dropping to this again. That is really annoying. Yeah, I wish I had Glorious Standard here. The red just really isn't doing anything for us. It's the biggest death bow dealt chance that we have, but it's also not doing very much because I'm just forced to go defensive. There is going to be the second Emboldening Vapors there. You know what? I'm just going to go for the Death Bow here. Let's go for the Death Bow on that Grave Robber. Hopefully it works. You only have 95 accuracy, but we hit both of them, thankfully. I'm actually considering bringing a finisher on this Abomination. Maybe instead of the Spike Chain. I mean, Spike Chain is really good for the Manacles value and the Blights and the Riposte value. But having a finisher would give us even more accuracy, and it would give us Deathblow chance. Yeah, we're just gonna get Deathblow there. I think that was a 25 actually, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a 25, jeez. I guess I did have to stay out of this store. Well, I'm gonna go for... I thought that was a self-hit. I'm gonna go for a risky play here because I need to kill that Plague Doctor. She has heals, and without my Arbals I don't have to reach to the back line, and if I heal myself here I'm just dead to Panic Darts anyway. So I really had to get that kill there if I wanted to win this match. The Flagellant does not have Reign of Sorrows, because if you bring Reign of Sorrows you have a really bad matchup against damage teams because you can't use the regen. So you need to bring that Reclaim on this team. So it's gonna be a defender or not. She just says no. And I think she has the right call here. The right call here is definitely to go for death blows. Not Crush, you have Retribution. He used Retribution earlier on. Is he afraid he's gonna do 0 damage? He isn't. Let me tell you that much. Now, I think I'm dead here to finish her, so I'm not even gonna waste an action with Reclaim. I'm just gonna go for death blow. As much as I want to keep my Crusader alive, I think I can afford just start rolling for death blows rather than, you know, just die to a 65% chance. Or there might be... no, there's gonna be flashing daggers. Yeah, and he's dead, so the regen there with the Reclaim would have been totally useless. And right now, this is a really rough spot for my opponent because, well, I still have a Flagellant with 3 Exsanguinates, right? And your Grave Robber's gone. My Arbalist is in really rough shape too, but with the Grave Robber gone, this mana round dropping to almost 0. Your chances of success are minimal right now. Yeah, having 3 Exsanguinates is just really brutal. And we can't even miss them because, yeah, Crown of Thorns. I am hyping up the Crown of Thorns right now. I mean, without it, we'd still be able to hit pretty reliably as long as we're at this store. You know, you have 90 accuracy, and 90 accuracy against 15 dodge is a 75 hit chance. But if you're the last character alive, then, well, it's gonna be okay. That's just a non-act out, basically, and that Crush doesn't really do anything for you. So how much do I heal? Actually, I think I'm just gonna go for a free heal here on this Flagellant. It would have been better for me to actually just click the Flagellant, go for a punish, and then go for a heal, but, well, I kind of overlooked it a little bit, because overall it doesn't make too much of a difference. I think this match is over for our opponent, Zombie Disco. So they had a very good team. I mean, not a very good team, but a very well designed team. It had a plan, it had a win condition, you know, just killing my characters out through DOT, it had finishers. It was definitely kind of a meme comp going for Emboldening Vapors on Shieldbreaker, but it was fun to play against and fun to see. So props to them for that team. I'm just gonna drop the Exsanguinate here, hopefully get the death blow. No, not quite. That was a 90, by the way, that could have actually missed. Yeah, 85 base hit chance, it really sucks. I think I'm just gonna flare right now, or hit myself, though I don't really mind. If I give my opponent a kill on the Arbalist, then it's okay. They aren't quite Darkest Rank, so I wouldn't mind them getting a kill to get a little bit more prestige so they can get all the trinkets through. Yeah, you can see like this lack of trinkets might have also been because of not having a lot of prestige. Yeah, there was Nepenthe on the Grave Robber. I'm gonna get crushed here for like 2 damage. The one good trinket they had was Volatile Concoction. I think you get that at like level 20 or something. Maybe lower, but I might be wrong. Okay, it's already 3 Death Doors resisted. And let's go for this one, the 60, and we do take it. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the showcase of this team. Give it a try if you want to. But you're gonna be really annoyed at failing Death Store checks, and you're gonna be really annoyed not being able to punish characters in the backline. Because you don't have Reign of Sorrows, you only have Sniper Shot, you don't have pulls, you don't have Finale, you don't have anything to deal with the frontline. Like, your 2 frontliners, these monkeys, basically the Flagellant and the Crusader, can only hit the 2 enemy frontliners. And that's not too great. And if you're playing against a team, like, you know, like a proper hit squad, like this hit squad, if you're playing against something more like this, then if your Arbalist gets pulled, sure, she can move 2 positions back, but she's going to be marked and she's going to be put to this store. Of course, in that situation, you're going to have Reclaim, so you're going to have some things going for you. But even after your Abomination gets some value with having 2 stun characters and maybe doing some B-Spell for some really nice DOT, you're not going to be able to capitalize on it because you don't have finishers. You do not have finishers, and your characters are going to be put to a position where they're going to be a test score, and you're going to get punished immediately. And if you do the same thing back to them, well, you won't be able to punish them quite as well. It's going to take you a lot of test score checks for you to actually get it consistently. But anyway, playing with this against stress teams is an interesting twist because it's a damage team that can actually go further into the late game than you didn't expect it to. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the vid. I'll see you again another time. Cheers.